and welcome to Recall the Midwife. Today is a special episode. It's Series 9 recap. I'm Alex.
I'm Becky.
I'm Jen. I think our regular listeners will know, but if anyone is new, so our series recap episode is so fun. We basically do a kind of like a quiz show game that I put together of all different it used to be quotes, but I've lately kind of changed the format up. So now I've kind of got like Jeopardy style questions, like trivia questions about it. And we just have the ball. And we're just going to talk about more fun stuff about the show than anything else. So I'm not going to do trigger warnings this week because we're going to just have a good old time. How's that sound?
Lovely.
Nice. Okay. So now here's the thing, girls. I have 6 pages worth of questions.
Ooh, do we have to do what is and all that?
Well, I mean, if you want to, each question kind of has different constructs. Some of the answers don't go with like a what is blah, 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 but you can certainly what is if you feel that would work. And I will just say all the questions are in episodic order. So the questions will start episode 1 and then move down to the Christmas episode.
Bex, have you been cramming again?
No, I'm not.
Oh, good. Carry on.
And I will say I tried to choose things that are like some are easier, some are harder. We're going to pepper in. There's one question I'm going to decide whether I'll do it. It would probably be really, really hard to guess. But actually a couple I think are going to be hard to get. Anyway, we're going to have fun with it. We're going to see how much our powers of observation and paying attention this season has gone for us all. Okay.
I'm ready.
Question 1. What new device does Trixie try for the first time in episode 1?
Oh, it's hair.
Is it a lady shave?
Oh, well,
lady shave. It's an electric razor. Yes, she comes in and...
Oh, Bex, did you say hair?
Hair.
What new device? Hair.
I thought it was something for her hair.
It is something for hair.
It is for hair.
But you were like, what new device? Hair.
No, I think that was our clue. Oh, it's for hair, which it wasn't, but it kind of is.
Right.
It kind of is for hair, yeah.
This
Okay.
is going to go well.
I feel good about this. I feel very good about this. Okay. What compliment does Fred give Betty, his first wife, when looking at her photo with Vi?
Is it about her teeth? You don't get teeth like that nowadays.
Yes, he says.
Or you don't always get teeth you didn't get teeth like that all the time around then.
She says she has lovely teeth. He says they were a rarity in Poplar at that time, meaning like early 1940s, late 30s with, like pre-Blitz.
Oh, can you imagine that someone's got not just the presence or absence of teeth?
Well, it was funny because the episode, Winston Churchill has just passed away. And so Fred is like getting out all of his medals because they're going to go to the procession and everything like that. And he pulls out a photo of Betty because he kind of keeps all that stuff together in the same box. And Violet walks over and she's like, oh, look at Betty. She had such a pretty smile. And he's like, yeah, she did. Beautiful teeth, a rarity in Poplar at that time. And it's just like, there were all like these pretty white teeth that she's got. So yeah, she was a pretty lady.
Well, you've seen that photo sent to Bob's this week. She's got about 3 teeth left in her head. I don't know how they're all falling out at the same time.
She's just ripping them out at this point.
My husband calls a gummy bear. Anyway, carry on, sorry.
That's funny.
Got a school photo tomorrow as well.
School photos?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's got like 5 teeth in her head.
Oh.
And you're not there to do a hair for it.
I know. My husband's doing it. I've also told, so the school secretary said if there's any issues with her hair or anything like that, but this is well before me up, but she was like, put a hairbrush in, I'll sort it.
Oh, well, all she really needs to have is like just her hair brushed and that's all, right?
Well, I don't want to have her hair down because I don't want to get in knits.
Yeah, and to be honest though, Jen, she's very patient with her hair. She'll sit and you can do whatever you want with her hair.
She's a good one. She's a good girl.
She just lets you do it. There's no squirming. There's no... Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see her. I'm gonna just French braid her hair and like do all
that. Yeah, can you just come over and do that for tomorrow, please?
Oh my God, I would love to. Okay, you guys are both gonna know this. What song do they play when Winston Churchill's procession is happening?
You would think I would know that. Jerusalem.
It's the birds. Turn, turn, turn.
No, it's not.
Oh, is it not? I thought it was every season. Turn, turn, turn.
Jerusalem. No.
Oh. I don't know.
Don't let the sun catch you crying. Don't let the da 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 da. That one. Do you remember that song?
No.
When you started singing that, I thought you were going to start singing Elton John, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me.
No,
with
it's
George
like
Michael interlude. George
it's
Michael's
like-
the same key as me, guys, so it would have been a natural progression for me to just sing them.
there we go. No, it's like though you may be broken inside. Da, 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 da. Like I can't remember all the lyrics now, but it's by the Pacemakers and it's called Don't Let the Sun Catch You Crying.
Oh, well, Jerry and the Pacemakers.
Sure. I just got the Pacemakers. I don't know who all the people in the bands are, so
They're called Jerry and the Pacemakers.
I will say when we talked about this the first time, I was kind of like, oh, I don't really love this song choice. But when I watched it again, I thought, oh no, this is good. I mean, I don't know if it was my number one favorite, but I did think it made a lot of sense why they chose it, and it actually felt a lot more appropriate. And like the lyrics especially are very good for that scene. So I have to amend my original opinion.
Good.
It's like I've not even watched the series.
I mean, this happens every time. I don't know why we're shocked.
Okay, I think you guys are going to know this one. Okay, everyone is giving up things they love for Lent. What does Fred give up? What do Trixie and Val give up?
Oh, Val and Trixie give up smoking.
Yep.
What does Fred give up? Isn't it cake? Oh, is it sugar?
I put sweets. I don't know if it's specific to cakes. There's a scene where he like is walking by like Val at like a council meeting and there's like different treats and stuff like that on the countertop and he picks up an eclair with like a chocolate covered eclair and then he's like about to eat it and then she catches his eye and she's like no and so then he puts it back, which also I'm like, Fred, you touched it, you can't put it back. But anyway, so he like, and then I think
it's akin to licking it, that.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, oh, he must be giving up sweets for Lent. That must be what it is.
Well, I thought it was sugar because she was that's why I had the cake and everything. I thought it was all sugar.
Yeah, because didn't
sugar.
Violet get sent a cake from someone?
Yeah, and that's what he did. He broke into it.
Okay.
I was sent some chocolates in the post for my recovery, and who opened it? Bob's and my husband. Yeah,
he ate them.
Well, she did, but yeah.
What?
Well, I'm sure he bloody helped her. No, they did. But they opened them and I got them and I was like, oh, thanks, guys. Open chocolates. Really nice.
What chocolates were they?
They were like these nice posh Belgian ones.
You've had some nice stuff. I've not done anything for you.
It's all right.
You know what I like are those chocolates that are like, they're a mixture of like white and milk chocolate and then they come in like little seashells. And
Yeah.
I could eat a whole
they're
bunch.
nice.
Okay. The midwives of Nonatus meet an expectant mother, Tina Atkins, in an unusual way. What is it?
She steals the milk.
Yes, the sting operation because she's stealing milk. So Fred like camps out right at the obelisk or whatever.
And Sister Monica Joan, the milk. Yes. What did she say? Pernick. I can't remember what the word she uses, but Poloina. Yeah. Milk Poloina.
Poloina, yes, absolutely.
By the way, can I just say I'm a lot more lucid than this time last week. I was editing the episode. I was texting you two and I was like, I can't even remember recording this. I was off my head. Sorry about that, guys.
You were really clear and everything. I wouldn't have known.
Honestly, I was off my head on morphine.
Yeah. Okay. Someone leaves Poplar this episode and breaks a heart in the process. Who is it?
Oh, this episode.
Someone leaves Poplar and breaks a heart.
Someone's boyfriend or girlfriend.
I mean, yes. I don't know if they use those labels, but
Sergeant Wolf.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the episode where he gets laid up because he has a heart attack. And I actually forgot about the storyline as I was kind of going through and I was like,
yeah.
Oh. So
can I just say Becky is too busy moisturizing her face rather than moisturizing the wheels of her brain to keep it ticking.
You're playing a game on your phone, Alex.
I am not. I am. It helps me relax.
I just want to say I am the only one that is apparently fully invested.
It helps me relax to moisturize my face.
No, it helps me think. Honestly, carry on. Who's winning? Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Florrie Watkins is diagnosed with a serious illness. What illness is it? If you can't get it, I have a hint, but what is her
diabetes?
Huh?
Diabetes.
No.
Florrie Watkins. Is it?
Wait. Is she the what? Is she the mum? And she's looking after her daughter's child.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was like iron deficiency or something, but it was like Carabita disease.
Made that up.
Oh, did you?
It's not at all what it is. Not even close, actually.
She went
Carabiner disease is not anyway the answer.
Carabitis. Hello. That's what it's called in England, Jen.
No, it's not.
Specifically Cheshire.
All right, what's the answer, Bex?
Was it that she was going through the change?
No. It was something like her body was rejecting iron and making her really tired, and she was going bright yellow. Do you remember?
It does have something to do with iron in her body.
It was like iron deficiency or iron too much
iron in her body.
Yeah. Carabitis, see?
Too much iron.
No idea, I just made it up. What's it called?
Hemochromatosis.
Oh, of course. Tip me tongue.
What did you say? Carabitis?
Too much iron. Like that's the
alternative name for it. So,
but then she actually did tell us the Latin name.
Yeah.
Yes, I think he says it's called something, but it doesn't have a simple name like Bob's disease or something like that. It's what he says, hemochromatosis.
It's just got no teeth. It's not a disease, Jen.
Yeah, exactly. Although I will say what really made me laugh was not laugh, but I guess laugh actually. Like I was watching the thing again and the thing that was funny about the way you guys went on that journey is exactly what happened in the episode where they're like, wait, is it something to do with her menopause? Wait, is it something to do with diabetes? Wait, is it something to do with like they literally misdiagnosed her probably about 4 times. Because she keeps she's tired and then she can't eat, but then her skin is yellow. She has so many different symptoms. And so finally, Dr. Turner is downstairs in the living room. He's got a stack of books around him. He's reading a medical journal. And Sheila comes down. She's like, "Oh, Patrick, you were supposed to come to bed ages ago." And he's like, "Wait a minute. I think I found it." And then and I'm like, "Oh my God." It just took me back because I thought this poor man has literally had to search through stacks on stacks on stacks to try to figure this answer out.
There's no bloody Google. If it's always it's always hinged on something that someone said, like Angela was like, "Oh, what's that? What's the pan made of? Is it iron?" And he's like, "Iron." Oh.
Well, and it's just and then he's like, "I'm just reading this article here, and it says that women in their 50s who are
and live on Cheryl Street like she does."
Yeah, exactly. And she's like, "Do you think you know what it is, love?" And he's like, "I do." And then the next thing is him in the office or anything.
But then he has to wait till the next morning.
And she's like, "Oh, Patrick." And it's so cute and everything. All right. Now this is a super niche one. So truly God bless on this
I'm
one.
ready.
So if you don't know. It's May and Poplar, and Phyllis is checking the children's vaccination records at the local school. When she greets the class, they are all outside planting the seeds of this flower. What is it?
Sunflower.
Good job! I did not think you guys were gonna get that one.
That is a very British thing though, Jen, to plant sunflowers at school. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well then never mind.
Did you do it,
that was so niche.
I don't know if I did it at school. I've done it in my lifetime.
She's done it at school, everyone. She can't remember a bloody thing about school.
Oh my God.
Every British pupil grew a sunflower at school, pretty much every year in primary school.
I remember growing cress in an egg.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Oh, we grew it on a sponge when we were kids.
We've done that as well.
Yeah. I will say what was funny about that you mentioned that is that then an episode or 2 later, there's an intro moment before the scene really starts. And it's Sheila and Angela and May, and they're looking at the sunflowers that they've grown, and they're now not super tall, but tall enough that they're about the girl's height. And she's like, "Oh," and it's it's kind of it's got music, and she's pointing and looking so cute and everything, and they're like, "Yes, mommy." And then Dr. Turner walks in, and they start talking in her head that. But I was like, "Oh, it was a true callback, you know." So
it is a British tradition.
Yeah, Alex can't respond. She's putting on eye cream.
The irony there was I responded first.
Now she's moisturising her face.
Doing it
to girls.
Doing it to annoy Bex.
Oh my god. Okay. Here we go. Sheila is back at fundraising for this item for the maternity. She enlists Trixie to help her think of an event to raise the money. For what?
Go on, Bex.
The incubator.
The incubator. There we go.
It's where she very inappropriately made it all about Angela and May.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
They basically
all you lot organising what you've done and all this. My kids are more important.
Yeah. The last 50p they put in.
Yeah.
Made it. Yeah.
Finished it.
It's that.
So here's a follow-up kind of in a way, because it's about the same thing. The women are deciding what they're going to call the fashion show fundraiser for the incubator. They decide on Style on a Shoestring, but what does Val suggest it's called?
Oh, we loved it as well. It was like Bobby Dazzler or something. Dazzling Delight. No, it was make. Oh, it was dead good. And I remember thinking I've said on the podcast, I was like, that is so much better than Style on a Shoestring.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Is
also alliterative, so if that helps you.
did it begin with D?
Yes, alliteration, yes.
Dazzle,
You most often do this to socks.
Darn and Dazzle or something. Darn and
Dazzle.
Yeah, it was loads better. Loads better.
Because they were all going around and it was like, oh, what are we going to call this? We have to make it like a thing, you know? And then it was like, because it was a make, do, and mend kind of, you know,
I'd be maybe Sew and Sparkle. Do you know what I mean? I'd change it a bit better. But do you know what I mean?
Trixie made it all about herself in those hot pants, those really inappropriate hot pants and boots.
Really inappropriate hot pants. Really inappropriate hot pants.
I mean, it wasn't the length for me that was inappropriate. It was the awful pattern.
Girls, I will say this, like, really super quick side note. So I told you before we got on the
Tell us about the new hot pants you've got.
Yeah, really. No, I went out last night with my cousins and we went to this place for a couple of drinks at the end of the night. And as we were coming out, it was like really like nightlife, you know, like was around and everything. And I'm not a nightlife person. I have not been a nightlife person for like a long time at this point. And so I kind of felt like, oh, like this is like it was strange because it was like the first time I've been in a group of people who were kind of in that, you know, in that experience and everything. And I had such a senior moment because I literally looked at the girls' outfits and I was just like, oh my God, they are wearing such scandalous outfits. Like that almost looks like lingerie. Like what nothing is being left to the imagination. Like, and I was just like, those were like the thoughts running in my head. And I was like, oh my God, Jennifer, like you are so old now. Because they were just wearing, you know, like the tight, like skimpy clothes that you wear when you go out to a nightclub or something. And I think
I've always been like this, but I've always thought about heels.
But...
How do you wear heels?
Like, oh my God, all of them were in heels, and I was just like, oh, girls, I'm like, your poor feet, like,
yeah,
just, it just would kill. So yeah, but you know, love to see, you know, the youth still getting out and about.
Yeah, but now kids don't wear heels; they wear trainers.
Oh no, there's still quite a lot of heel things going on.
This group was all heels, but anyways, okay. Now maybe I'm curious to see how hard this one is.
Probably very hard.
The midwives and nuns are watching a show in the living room at Nonnatus house. What is it?
Doctor Who?
No.
Pinky and Perky?
Mm-mm.
That was about 3 seasons ago. Sorry, that was a twinge in my leg. I just went, oh. Ooh, was it Top of the Pops? Wasn't there? It won't be Top of the Pops after 4 Top of the Pops has started, I think.
Nope.
Oh,
was there a doctor in it?
Yeah. Yep.
Was it? It wasn't the doctors, young doctors, flying doctors.
Oh. No, the Flying Doctors was that Australian
thing.
That's
what I mean. That's where we started it from, though, wasn't it? Do you remember? We were like, oh, something doctors was on.
It wasn't that.
Oh, don't know.
Back?
I don't know.
Okay. Now, the only reason I know this is because I watched, and they never said the name, but it was like a title card on the front of the TV screen.
Right.
Emergency Ward 10.
Oh.
Have you heard of that show?
I'm sure it was a show. It would have been, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Well, it was funny because it was a scene where they're all sitting there and you know, like Sister Monica Jones is like right in front of the TV, and then all the girls are around and they're kind of looking at it. And it's about a medical, you know, like it's a medical drama. And they say something about, oh, you know, we would like to have like a few like good looking doctors around and everything. And Lucille was like, well, there's none at St. Cuthbert's, I can tell you that for sure. And then they all start laughing and everything. So I just thought that was kind of funny. Okay. Fred and Reggie connect with a man with an unusual hobby.
Ugh, the pigeons.
We both did at the same time.
What's the name of the prize pigeon? His favorite pigeon?
Oh, Dot.
Dot. There you go. There we go.
Hashtag boom.
Okay. So this is an easy one, I think. What are the names of the 2 new doctors out of 4 that joined the team at Nonnatus in training?
Kevin McNulty,
yeah. And what's his name? Benedict. It's a really normal surname like Hall or Harris or
no, because his dad was
Walters. Benedict Walters.
Yes, that's right. What did you think it was, Bex?
Well, no, I didn't know what it was, but I knew that his dad was that famous gynecologist.
Yes, you're right.
You were like, no.
No, because I didn't know what it was, but I was going to just give you a hint that his dad was famous.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. This
Because it was a really common name, and one of them was like, "Oh my God, are you related to the
Walters,
Dr.
yeah.
Walters?"
absolutely. And then he goes, "Yes, he was my father." And he's like, "I get that a lot. Yes, he was my father." And then Phyllis goes, "Oh, well, there isn't a midwife in the country that doesn't know your dad's name because his work is a seminal work in the field." And he's like, "Yes, I hear that a lot." And then Phyllis goes, "Oh, you have really big shoes to fill." He's like, "Yes, I also hear that a lot." And you could just tell that he's kind of like bristling at his, family reputation. Yeah.
Well, think how Brooklyn Beckham feels. Anyway, carry on.
There we go. Exactly.
You're listening, Brooklyn. We feel for you.
I don't.
He's fine. He's doing fine. Nobody needs to worry about Brooklyn Beckham.
He married a billionaire. He's doing fine.
Absolutely. This
Because he was dead poor. Sorry, carry on.
I know, yeah, he was really struggling before he married Nicola Peltz. Absolutely.
Yeah.
This hit movie was a major plot point in episode 5. What is it?
Oh, Sound of Music.
Yeah, and cheeky sister Julianne.
How dare. I'm not going to start that again. We're going to get hate mail. We're going to get
I
threats
know,
in the mail.
you guys, some compassion. Here we go. Okay. Miss Higgins says to Dr. Turner, 2 appointments missed. What a struggle some people's lives are. Who is she referring to?
I'm trying to think of a name. Grace. Oh, what was her name? Grace Calthorpe.
You just drawing a blank, Bex? You
Grace
know,
Calthorpe, the one with the Grace Calthorpe, the one with the.
I know that's the right answer,
yeah.
but Bex still looks mystified even after you're saying it. And I'm just like, is any of this ringing a bell? Like, are you at all?
The one who had fibroids, who was basically looking after a mum, a sister, a mum, and then a daughter had kids, and then a husband had half a lung.
Absolutely.
Do you know what? When we were talking about the woman with hemocrema, whatever.
Yep.
Carabitis. Yes.
That's who I thought. I was thinking of her.
Well, that's the problem, Bex, with society. They just bundle all the women of a certain age together. Do you know what I mean? You've basically just proven it in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say women of a certain age. She's probably around bloody our age.
Yeah, she's probably our age.
No, gotta be older. Gotta be older. Come on.
No, she'll be absolutely our age. Her daughter will be like 21, 22.
Oh, I can't think about it. Okay, here we go. The Wallens are worried about their baby due to what ultimately minor issue?
Oh, the is it the birthmark on it? Hematoma kind of thing. Yeah.
Strawberry mark. Bonus points. Do you know what the proper name of it is?
Hematoma carabitis.
No, yeah, the right beginning of it though. Bex, you know?
No, stop shaming me.
Hematoma.
Hemangioma.
Hemangioma.
Hemangioma. Strawberry mark. Okay.
Tip of me tongue.
All right, here we go. Maureen's husband, Charlie, has what job?
Maureen, her husband, Charlie. Maureen.
Give us a clue about Maureen. Charlie
Bryant.
Oh, he's a window cleaner.
Window washer. Yep, exactly. The first scene.
Warren's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have revised for this. You tell me off when I revise, and now I don't.
I haven't revised, if that makes you feel any better.
It doesn't.
You should have the episode just on in the background, Bex, because the fact of the matter is, like, you look up people's names and stuff, but that's not really always what I'm going for.
No, but what I do is I don't just look at names. I like refresh my memory as to the storyline.
We'll just go on IMDb in the background now.
No,
right.
it's not there.
All right, next question. Here we go.
Go on.
Miss Higgins admonishes Dr. McNulty for doing what at the doctor's surgery?
Stealing pethidine and injecting himself. No, that's not it. But that ultimately is what he's doing.
Well, he's not filling the form in properly.
He what?
He's not filling the form in properly, is he?
No, that's not really what it is.
Oh, I know what it is. Was it the sputum? He put it in the wrong place.
Yes, he mixed a sputum sample with a blood sample going to the lab, and she said it was going to wreak havoc and cause huge problems.
She's not wrong. It's absolutely a Lord of the Flies situations if it carries out.
Yeah, and by the way, bonus points is do either of you know what he's doing when she comes up to him and says that to him?
He is taking tablets for his shoulder pain.
No.
His old university injury. Is he about to go to the toilet?
No.
Panicked.
He's talking to Sister Frances about her pain because she's taking aspirin. And he's like, "Oh, are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's nothing." And he's like, "Okay." And so they're just chatting. And then Miss Higgins comes up and like says that to him. And then he's like, "Oh my God, it's like she doesn't think I'm an adult." And she's like, "Oh, don't worry. Her bark's worse than her bite." And they kind of like smile at each other and have like a little, like a friendship moment and everything.
I mean, he proved what a responsible adult he was, didn't he?
Unfortunately. Okay. I mean, Alex is definitely going to know this. Like, sorry, Bex. I'm sure of it now. Mrs. Whitehouse gives Dr. McNulty what compliment after he delivers her baby?
Go on, you do it, Bex.
Let me think about it for a moment then.
Okay.
I'm not saying anything. I said you could do it.
He's a safe pair of hands.
Nope. It's way more.
She said
inappropriate
she's
than that.
trussed up like a chicken. Yeah. So what does she want to do to him, even though she's trussed up like a chicken?
She could kiss him.
Yes. If I wasn't trussed up like a chicken, I would give you a great big smacker. And he's like, "Oh, goodness gracious."
That's not a compliment.
It is. What, give you a kiss?
It's more a compliment than anything else.
Not a threat, is it? Like, actually,
No, but it's not like, oh, you've got lovely hair.
It's a compliment. So I could give you a kiss for helping me be such a great birth partner.
Well, do you remember what happens after she says that though?
No.
Dr. Turner says like, "Oh, great job. Like this is your first forceps delivery." And she's like, "Wait, what?" And he's like, "Well, no, not the first ever, but like the first ever where like he didn't have assistance. Like I just stood here and observed." And she's like, "Oh, okay." Because
And then she kissed the baby.
Yes, and then Sister Frances gives her the baby, and then she kisses her baby, and then that's yeah. And the first time that we talked about it, I thought that she was talking about the baby, and I didn't realize that she was talking about Dr. McNulty. And then when I rewatched, I was like, "Oh yeah, very clearly talking about Dr. McNulty."
Yeah, it was still a bit weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sheila and Violet achieve a big goal this episode. What is it?
I
don't want to make it too early, too easy.
Sheila and Violet achieve a big goal. Ooh. Is it a fundraiser?
Mm-hmm. You've already answered a question about this earlier.
So it's a fundraiser for the incubator.
Getting the incubator is the goal. That's what I'm asking.
So what did they do to fundraise for that besides?
It's not a fundraiser. I said they achieve a big goal this episode, so they get the incubator. That's what the
there we go.
Is.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. I just you guys were going that direction, so I wanted to redirect. Okay, they get a new incubator. Okay, name as many of the tips that Peggy gives to Marion Ermsby.
Peggy gives to right. Okay, so she says use don't use pins.
Do you remember who Marion Ermsby is, Bex?
Derry Girl's
husband. You'll remember this once you have the context, I think.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so she said to use pins, not use pins, but use snappers.
Snappers. Put bells on them.
Yeah. Take all the help you can get.
Yep. One more.
You can smell the poo.
You can always tell why a baby's crying because she has really good hearing.
Yeah, there's different cries for different things.
And then one more.
Trust yourself as well, is it?
Huh?
Trust yourself?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, she should, but no, that's not one of them.
Don't stand on broken glass.
It's gonna be very obvious once you.
Keep the doors locked, so no babies can get out. We've said the bells. We've said no pins, use the poppers. We've said, what else was there? Go on.
It's really specific to people who are blind.
Well,
that they would need.
Yeah, well, no one else is putting bells on their babies.
Don't know. I did like Bob's and the Bell.
Use like snaps on nappies regardless, right? Like take all the help you can get is ultimately still generic. Like this is something that only a blind person would need to have.
What about Braille?
Yes. Say more.
Get stories in Braille or
get all your medicines labeled in Braille.
Oh, medicines labeled in Braille, so then you'll know what you're giving them. That's clever.
Yes. And she's like, and take all the help you can get. And she's like, I will. And you can like, okay, finally, like someone's broken through here. And Trixie looks very pleased.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That was a good episode. I really liked that. I saw like Michael again.
Yeah, but it annoyed me the way she wouldn't listen to her husband or her sister or her social workers or any of the things. But it just annoyed me. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
She was very, very an adamant woman. Okay. Val sees her gran in prison and she is in the hospital wing. The nurse says she was admitted with what?
Choking.
Was it general malaise?
It was not choking. It was general malaise and something else.
Reflux.
Heartburn. Yes.
Heartburn, yeah.
There we go. There we go. Good job. Good job. Okay.
She's getting more and more annoyed, Becky is.
Well, listen, now we're getting to the end of the series, so maybe since we talked about them recently, it'll be better. Okay. Miss Medler goes by Bonnie, but what is her real first name?
Denise.
Bernadette.
Bernice. Sorry. It's Bernice. This is Eddie's girlfriend. This is
Williams.
The girlfriend. Yeah, she's like, she's like Bernice Medler, and she's like, you can call me Bonnie, and she's like, okay, and then that's when they check her.
I don't like to go by that anymore. I like to go by Bonnie. She was very much like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, you know what? As I watched this episode again, like I didn't watch it all the way through from start to finish, but like the more I really felt for Petra, and the more I was just like, kind of honestly at Bonnie, I was just like, why are you like so hot for this man? Like I was like,
he got someone pregnant after he got you pregnant, mate. You've got more reason to be annoyed.
Yeah, I just was like, oh my God. And then like when he came in, like when they were both in the ward and and Phyllis like pulls back the curtain and then she's like, oh no, she's like, this has been poorly managed. And then right at that moment, Eddie comes in, he's like, how's my girl? And he's got this huge bouquet of flowers. And Phyllis is just like, oh, like it's just gonna go so badly. Like,
thing is though, she was so pregnant. She must have been about 5 months pregnant, 6 months pregnant when he got the other one pregnant. Like it's just
absolutely
so awful that he did it. Like why you'd be so quick to forgive that. But anyway, that's up to Denise / Bonnie.
You would think once he got the first one pregnant, he would have said, right, I need to now commit to this person.
Yeah, you would. You'd think that, wouldn't you?
You would think that. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I mean, you said it back like when we talked about the episode. Like he's just dirty dog style. Like what a dirty dog. Like how dare he, honestly?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Well, that's what you get for being. I bet it's because he got cocky because he was on Downton Abbey.
Absolutely. Okay. And actually, you know what? It made me think like, so this was 20, because I thought that, I don't know why I didn't put it together, but series 9 was the 2019 series.
Yeah.
No, 2020.
2020 series. I don't know why I said
2020 series because the Christmas episode was Christmas of 2020. And so I was like, well, gosh, I mean, like, this couldn't have been like that much off from Downton Abbey. But then I'm like, no, I'm like, Downton Abbey was
well, no, actually, because they do the, oh, yeah, I suppose. But like they do it early, don't they? Yeah, you're right. Sorry, carry on, I'll shut up.
But Downton Abbey was from like years before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't that long. It was like, it was that long. Like it had like, he had a lot of time.
It was enough for him to get 2 women pregnant.
I'm just saying.
Fictionally.
Sweet William is long gone at this point, ladies.
Yeah.
Okay. The ladies of Nonatus get how many signatures to present to the board to save their work and home?
Thousands.
I'm going to say 451. They say an amount, don't they?
They
like 12 Susans and.
Okay, Bex, guess again.
800.
I mean, I hate to say it. Technically, Alex is closer. So they get over 600.
No, I'm close.
I said 451.
Yeah, but if they got 690.
Okay, tied for first. All Sister Hilda says is, we've got over 600 signatures here. And then that's when Sister Frances goes, oh, but it'd be great if we just had more than names. Like, what about all the stories? Da, 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 da. And then that's when they go off and like do the letter.
And then Trixie just screams in their face.
Exactly. Okay, ladies, here we go. All right, next question. No, now we're actually getting right towards the end of the season. So this is like right at the last couple of episodes. Okay. Oh, actually, this is a Christmas episode.
Oh.
What do Angela and May ask for from Santa in their letters to him?
Now, they get bites, don't they?
They do get bites. Oh, yes, you're right about that.
Wait, do they ask for an animal? No.
I don't think so. I will say as a quick May asks for something that I could not tell what the heck she'd written there. I don't know. I literally rewound like about 5 times because I was like, wait, what is it? What is it? What is it? And I really don't know what she asked for. But both girls asked for 2 things in their letter to Santa. And the second thing that May wrote, I don't know what she said. But the first thing I know, and then Angela had hers that were pretty clear.
Was it a subscription to a marriage bureau? Doll's House is one of them.
That was May's Doll's House. Exactly. Yep.
I remember that. Roller skates.
Mm-mm.
Just trying to think what kids in the night. Oh, pram.
Nope.
Oh.
Was it the same?
Nope. I mean, they're related, but they're not the same.
Come on, we can do this, Bex.
I'm not so sure.
One of them of Angela's, so you have Angela's left to figure out. So Angela's, imagine, like when I saw this on her list, I was like, oh man, it's like a very old-fashioned toy that's completely common. Like everybody knows exactly what this thing is, but it's like a very kind of old-fashioned, to me, it feels old-fashioned for a child to ask for this.
Jack in the Box?
A pogo stick.
Kaleidoscope?
No.
Ooh. Is it a toy or is it something you can do something with?
It's a toy that you do something with, but it's pretty specific.
A magic set?
No.
Science set?
There's nothing that involved. It's really simple.
Oh.
And it's related.
It's not a yo-yo, but imagine like a toy as simple as that.
I mean, a hula hoop.
No, but you're getting closer.
Come on,
Skipping rope.
No. Good. Yeah, good guess.
I thought you had it.
Ooh, this is a good question. I'm glad I asked this.
Spinball. What's that?
Oh, but that's the closest you've got.
Is it a slinky?
No, but you guys are all in the right family of toys. Like they do one thing, you enjoy it, and then that's what it is.
One of them things that like as a bat and ball thing that you with elastic on it. Is that what you just said?
A space hopper.
No. So I don't know why, but when I think of this thing, I think of something to do with Australia, and I want to say maybe like
a boomerang.
Yes, there you go.
That's why, because they're Australian.
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. Either they came from Australia, right?
Yeah. Aboriginal people used to use them, didn't they, for getting prey and things?
Yeah, boomerang.
My daughter used to call them bangaroos. And we were really sad. We were really sad when she stopped calling the boomerangs bangaroos.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then what does Angela want for her other toy?
So she wants the doll's house and dolls to go in it, maybe?
No, so May asked for the dollhouse and something else, and then Angela asked for a boomerang and
Oh God. Was it outside toy as well, or?
No, this is an inside toy.
Like what about a jewelry box?
No.
What are them things called that a musical that are like a jewelry box thing?
A music box?
No, but music box maybe. It's not that different.
Like open it and there's a ballerina.
Yeah.
I will say this goes with May's present very well. Like they could play together with this.
Dolls have furniture.
Did you both say? What did you both say?
I said puppet and she said doll's house furniture.
Barbie.
Okay, here's the thing. It's a doll.
Cindy?
She asked for a doll, but she asked for a specific type of doll. Can you have any sense of what's
a rag doll?
A rag doll, no.
Oh.
Way more advanced than a rag doll.
A baby doll.
Yes, but yes. So you
Baby Annabelle?
No.
Tiny Tears.
Tiny Tears. Yes, Tiny Tears. There you go.
I was going to ask you if you had one when you were younger, Bex, but you won't remember, will you?
I did. I remember.
Ah.
What a Tiny Tears? I literally was like, wait a minute, what's a Tiny Tears? And I had to look it up. I watched a YouTube video with a lady who talked about it. And the doll can drink, wet itself. There's clothes you can change it into. I
had one as well. It was a big thing.
Burp.
I think they're probably.
And then the other thing they said it had recumbent eyes or something like, or like relaxation eyes or something like that.
Yeah, so when it lies down, it goes
those
to sleep.
ones. Yeah, the
I
eyes
know,
close.
but that was like a new feature in like the 1960s when they added that. Like that wasn't
Yeah.
original to the doll. Like it used to be they didn't have that.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Bex, think about it. We only had it like an extra 15 years after that.
yeah, yeah, tiny tears.
That's mad, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Actually, the YouTube video I found was pretty cool of like her like showing the doll and like what it could do, and then like little clothes it came with, and it came with like a little jumper and a sweater. It was very cute.
I had a Cabbage Patch doll. Did you have a Cabbage Patch doll?
No.
They were big when I was growing up, but I never had one. I think they
I
were
was
pretty...
desperate. Have I told you this story on here before about my dad going around all different toy places?
Did you get you one?
I wanted a boy baby that was bald, and I wanted a Cabbage Patch doll baby, boy baby, sorry, bald boy baby, but he had to be wearing jeans. And so my dad went around every like what a weirdo. My dad went around every shop going, finally found one with a boy baby, Julian Waldo. I loved him so much, still got him. I still got a birth certificate and everything. And then literally later on he found out you could get different outfits. So we could have just bought one. There was a boy baby, but bald, then got jeans. Yeah. Julian Waldo. My firstborn.
Your original. He made you a mother for the first time.
Yeah. When I was 4 at Christmas. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys are definitely going to get this. Both of you are going to get this. Trixie goes on a montage of bad dates. Name as many of the things that make them a no as you can.
German.
Well, no,
Old.
it wasn't that he was German. It was that he couldn't speak English.
Yeah, neither one of them could speak the other one's language, so they couldn't even communicate.
Yeah, it wasn't post-war.
No.
Racism.
Old, he was basically looking for a nurse.
Yes, mega old, looking for a private nurse. Yep.
The first one had a beard.
Facial hair. Yep.
I thought he was very attractive, but there we go.
I'll put these up. Well, by now they'll
Second
be
one
up.
forced her to drink.
Yeah.
Yes, this she have a drink. Mm-hmm.
The third one.
Was he into God? Loads.
No, none of them were into God.
Because she went with what's his chops?
Oh yeah, yeah, true. But that might have put her off. Tom. We can do this. I'll have to cut loads of this silence. I'm keeping that bit in.
I can picture them in my head, but I don't know what was wrong with them. The one in the bow tie was making her drink champagne.
Mm-hmm. So there's two guys we haven't mentioned yet.
The one smoker? Was it that he was smoking or not?
It close enough. He took her cigarette without asking.
Yes.
And then the last one is a double up.
The alcohol again.
No.
Was that the one with the ginger beard?
Facial hair again.
That you didn't like, yeah.
Yeah. It didn't really look ginger when I rewatched it. I mean, it looked like he had kind of like a blonde beard, which I just don't think suits people, but it was another facial hair guy. And
blonde people don't grow facial hair around Jenn, apparently.
Well, I mean, like if you're a white person and you're blonde and you have like blonde hair and then a blonde beard, to me that's just not a look that I'm into. But listen,
like Kirsten Dunst. No, is it Kirsten Dunst?
Yeah,
who's the one who's her husband's got a really fair beard.
Yeah, I don't like that. Sorry, I don't like that for him. No, it's not my thing. And he's not a
Jesse. Is it Jesse Plemons?
Jesse Plemons, yeah. I like without a beard.
Got one question right.
It wasn't one that anyone asked me.
Okay, let's see how you guys do with this one, okay?
Probably not very well.
All right. This is a new style of question. Okay, which of these is not mature Jenny?
Ooh.
With our loved ones so close, we feel the warmth of belonging all the more. The place we live in is not just a home, it can be a place for our hearts and souls to come together. We come together, drawn to the place we call home, or where we are simply welcomed in. Christmas time not just marks the end of a year, but the opportunity to say goodbye to the things we wish to leave us behind and look forward to the new adventures that await us.
I mean, which one makes the most sense? And that's your one. She's just always a bit nonsensical, isn't she? Just doesn't really. I'm going to say the first one.
What was the second one again?
Oh, wait. Sorry. Which one of these is mature Jenny? So you have to be is mature Jenny. The rest,
the Christmas one.
There's one that's her, and then the rest of them are not her. Okay, you say Christmas one, Al?
Yeah.
I think the last one was mature Jenny. Christmas.
Wrong.
Oh.
See, you've hedged your bets, try going with me.
Yes, whatever Alex said.
So mature Jenny is We come together, drawn to the place we call home, or where we are simply welcomed in. But I would just like to say, since I fooled you all, Heidi Thomas, if you want me to ever do some writing for you,
I was about to say they're better than hers, to be honest.
I'd be
You
very
should.
happy
I listened to a podcast the other day and you did an impression of Sister Monica Joan, and it was absolutely lols, like genuinely perfect. So yes, you should have her on your writing team.
I
And me
really,
and
I
Bex.
really would love a crack at writing an episode, or at least a scene. At least let me write a scene. I want to do that. Yeah,
I think we'd be good.
I think we
Do
would
you know
be.
what actually I did think of today that I'd love to see in every Christmas episode? And just for the fans, just do this for the fans if you're listening, because I know you are. I know you're avid listeners.
Yeah.
But for the fans, every Christmas, they should just have a tiny little scene where they're just going through the cards and be like, oh, Patsy's written her and thing you're doing this. Oh, well, I'll tell you, I heard from Jane and she says she's doing it. Just a lovely little scene like that, just 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, it would
Every
be
year
great.
at Christmas would be fantastic. Just an update how they're doing. Oh, Reverend Appleby Thornton's annoyed at me because I'm pregnant with 12 kids again now. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Or
it's
those,
just,
when people put letters in Christmas cards,
yes.
they could read one of those out during their craft session.
Exactly. Exactly. That'd be absolutely outstanding. And they wouldn't be like annoying as like Christmas. They actually are in real life. I remember my mum and dad had one, and it was this family who didn't live too far, and they were like, oh, he's been accepted to Cambridge. They have 4 kids. He's been accepted to Cambridge. This one's doing fantastic, got all A's and a GCSEs. This one's amazing. They're doing this, like, they're already at university, but they're doing this course. It's amazing. They're going to do law. And she's got the most beautiful, our youngest has got the most beautiful long hair. You're like, right.
Like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you can tell a lot by people's Christmas letters, honestly.
I think I might start being a Christmas letter writer. And also, since I found out that Bex keeps everything, I'm going to start writing to Bex more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've also, Jen, the day before my surgery, I've got a box ready. I've started the box. I didn't have a box before. A box to send stuff to Jen.
Okay.
Yeah, but you've got the stuff, haven't you?
Not all of it. I wanted to get more chocolate.
Just send it.
Well, I can't now.
Send your husband.
Do we think it's gonna
Yeah,
what
I've got
he
him doing
needs.
that as well because
One
he'll
more
love
thing
that.
to
Yeah.
do.
He hasn't got much to do at the moment.
We're in the middle of November. Do we think it's gonna reach me before the end of 2024?
No chance.
No.
You'd be lucky if it's 2025.
Maybe before the end of 2025. Maybe.
I'm going to actually wait for one of Bob's Christmas cards from school to come.
Oh, that's nice. Okay,
Yeah. That should be this week.
okay, good. I actually have to put together our Christmas cards because I need to order them so that they can go out with like holiday boxes and stuff like that. I bought the first round of stuff for holiday baking today.
Well, also, you've got Thanksgiving coming up as well, haven't you?
Absolutely. 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks
my
is
goodness.
Thanksgiving. So I really have to be serious about my time from this point forward.
I've
because-
started on quite a lot of Christmas films.
Oh, I do love a Christmas film.
I've just been in a bit of a funk, so I've really had trouble actually enjoying watching anything. I was talking about this before, just because I've been in pain and stuff. Like it hasn't been this holiday that I thought it was going to be. So I've tried watching Christmas films to cheer me up a bit. It has helped. Oh, and I watched Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, okay. So tell us what you thought.
I think Lydia's really annoying. It really annoyed me. Like,
Yes.
why did no one actually bring that up with it? I know it's like, oh, everyone's got to be polite and stuff, but why did no one actually say to her, oh, you could have like ruined us? Why are they all still nice to her?
She's legendary for being horrible. Like she's terrible.
Yeah, but why
What
did
did
he
you
just
think
forgive her
of-
so easy?
What did you think of Colin Firth?
He was a bit personalityless, wasn't he?
Oh, I was swooning as a young
Oh.
teen.
I feel like I've been stabbed in the heart.
Talking of Mr. Darcy, I saw a trailer for the new Bridget Jones film.
Ooh.
She's widowed now. Mr. Darcy is dead.
Oh, I saw that. That's terrible.
Is that his name in that film, Mr. Darcy?
Mark Darcy.
Oh, it actually is.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a whole thing about how, like, oh, he's so perfect and but he's really serious, but he's really good in Bridget. Have you ever seen Bridget Jones' Diary, Al?
Yeah, I hate it, I'm not gonna lie. Sorry.
Oh, it's so good.
I'll try that again. I just thought it was a bit pathetic. Like she's actually really successful, and all she wants to do is just cry and sing over a man.
Oh, well.
And also, they hated the way they called her fat when she was not.
Yeah,
Who,
she was.
Elizabeth Bennett or
Bridget Jones.
Bridget Jones.
Oh,
They don't
no,
call
yeah,
Lydia Bennett
Bridget Jones
fat,
being
do
called
they?
fat is absolutely psychopathic. Like it's ridiculous to even think
Exactly, and it just really annoyed me.
Yeah. No, that's
And
very
also,
nice.
she's supposed to be like this failure, but she's got a flat on her own in the middle of London. Like I was just a bit like, you're not, mate.
Yeah, and she had an amazing flat as well, didn't she? Like it was right in the
Yeah,
That adorable little corner, like above the
yeah.
top and everything. Like it was so
exactly. And that's what annoyed me. I was like, you're not a
cute.
failure. Shut up, get up, and stop being silly.
Yeah.
Stop weighing yourself. Have a nice life.
I mean this is so like early 2000s, but like how like one of her friends just says like swear words all the time, and then the other friend is like gay, and then the other friend is like has I think a bad boyfriend or something, and it's just like kind of meek, and like that's like all the personality we need from like her friends and everything. It's just oh man, it's just like so like I wonder if I would like it as much now as I did when I was younger. I don't know. I wonder. I haven't seen that movie in so long at this
I
point.
mean, I'm probably the sweary friend, but
I know. So Pride and Prejudice, you just thought, okay, that's it?
well, it was okay. Yeah, I was a bit like, what? I tell you, I did like the one that, oh, what's his name? The one that married Jane. I thought he was
Oh,
nice.
Mr. Bingley.
He was a lovely temperament. I liked him, and I really
Oh,
liked Georgiana, his sister. I tell you what, I did like where Darcy lived.
uh-huh.
That's
Pemberley?
lovely. Yeah,
Yes, Pemberley.
that was
That's
nice.
near you.
I know.
That's actually something I would like to do is like go see Pemberley one day because like I know you can.
I could take you.
Yeah. I know you can go see it. The other, the other one that's actually really good is there's Death Comes to Pemberley, which is like a not sequel to Pride and Prejudice, but it's like murder mystery sequel, which is really fun.
Right.
And then there's also another, and that maybe that one is also the one where Georgiana is like actually old enough to get married, and so she has like a true like
Oh,
legit
I tell you what,
love
actually,
interest.
Wickham was a cad, wasn't he?
Oh, he's
He was a
terrible.
cat.
So why did
Did
he
you, have
marry
you
Lydia?
Because uh,
Why did he run off with her? He was just going to have his wicked way and then just run off and leave her until Mr. Darcy made him do it.
see, I
yeah.
wonder if he was just gonna run off and like, yeah,
But
just like
wouldn't he have
turn
just
into trouble.
dishonored her?
Yeah,
Yeah, he would have, absolutely.
just for
But
his own
then
pleasure. The point is, he just wanted to go away with her, have his way, and then bugger off.
yes, yes,
Right,
yes.
right.
But then and
I didn't
then
know if it was like a revenge thing. I didn't know if I'd missed something deeper, but I hadn't.
oh, well, I think there was also a plot about the fact no, wait, why am I not remember? I think there's also something about him being like a coward, like he didn't want to go fight or something, and if he like deserted the army, then he wouldn't have to, and then getting married kind of solved the problem permanently because then if he was married, he didn't have to like actually go off to war or
Yeah, but
something.
why choose Lydia if obviously he wanted money?
Because she was young and she was frivolous.
I think she just was willing to fall for his act, basically, because he tried
Right.
on with like Elizabeth and stuff. And I do think the Bennets were like wealthy enough and respectable enough that if you had gotten married to one of those girls, they, like you could have like not a comfortable life, but like, I don't think it was super, super desperate for them to have to marry somebody rich. I don't think it was as desperate as
Yeah, but
that.
he had like £10,000 worth of debt.
Oh, well, I mean, for Wickham, the girls would have been ruined. Absolutely. I mean, Darcy saved Lydia because he bought off all of that and like
That's
set
what I'm
her up.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, she was very, 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 very lucky that it worked out. I mean, I think that's part of like the huge drama of that like kind of third act because even Elizabeth says in it, she's like, "Oh my God, we're ruined, our whole family." Because even if like the other thing too that they say is that even if it's only Lydia that's done it, everybody's going to think that all the rest of the girls are that way as well. So
Yeah, but
that's
that's
why
what I'm annoyed at. Why did no one give it to Lydia? Being like, how dare you do this? And then the mum's like, oh, he's a lovely husband. And even the dad said it. I'm a bit like, what? What's wrong with you all? Disown them.
Have you watched the Keira Knightley one?
No, I can't stand her. Sorry.
I do apologise.
I will say
I watched the Colin Firth one on your recommendation. And then I'm now about 10 minutes into Sense and Sensibility with Hugh Grant and Emma Thompson because online it said that was the best one to do.
oh, it is good.
Do you know what I love? Why I love it is Jane Eyre, but the one with Michael Fassbender.
Jane Eyre, right? Okay.
I see. I also like the one with I think it's Charlotte Gainsbourg and then Maggie Smith's son, who I can't remember what his name is, but he's a good Rochester as well. But the thing is, like, I actually read Jane Eyre and like, I really I loved it, but also like Jane kind of annoys me after a while. Like, I also do think that like even though it's a great story, it's so like their whole relationship is so toxic. It's horrible.
And I'll tell you who's in that, Jane Eyre. Judi Dench.
She what?
Judi Dench is in it.
In that Jane Eyre that you're talking
Yeah.
about? Oh,
Well,
so-
I'll if
She's
it's
the
free
housekeeper.
online, I'll watch it.
Oh my God, I've watched so many of these things. I've watched like every Austen thing there is to watch. It's so good.
Who need recommendations from our viewers?
Oh, Alex, also famously Emma with Gwyneth Paltrow, and then also Clueless is Emma, but for like the modern, kids in the 90s.
So she marries her stepbrother.
No, she doesn't marry him in Clueless, but Paul Rudd and Alicia Silverstone, they get together at the end of it.
Yeah. So does she marry her brother in Emma?
Well, no.
Oh, right.
No. In Emma, Mr. Knightley is not her stepbrother. He's like the family friend that is like their next door neighbor that she's been friends with her whole life, basically.
Right.
And in Clueless, he is her stepbrother, but like only on a technicality because she's known him for a long time, but it's because his mother and her father were married, but they were only married for like a year, like years ago. And so even though they got divorced.
Thing is though, like as much as I found that really creepy in Clueless, I thought he was way too old for her.
Well, but the thing is, Mr. Knightley, I hate to say it, but Mr. Knightley in the book is like 10 years older than her too.
Well, I disapproved of it when I watched it when I was a teenager. So all I'm saying is very sensible teen. Just thought that's a bit creepy.
That's the way the story is. It's culturally fine for that time.
Meh. What, the 90s?
Oh, no, it's not though, is it? Because it's like 30-year-old men marrying teenagers.
Well, but for that time period, it was okay to do that.
Yeah, but we've spoken about how time doesn't make things okay, Jen.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, in the time, it is okay.
Stop approving of nonsense, Jen.
Also, we're not, I mean, I will say this, like, the thing about Jane Austen stories is, like, yes, obviously, I mean, the thing is, Mr.
I'm
Darcy...
talking about Clueless.
Oh, okay, well, that's obviously, but the thing is, in Clueless, they don't have that big of an age gap, because she's supposed to be, like, 18, and he's supposed to be, like, in his early 20s, because he's in, like, law school.
Yeah, but even then, I still think that's a bit weird, 18 and 20s.
It's, yes, okay, I get what you're saying, like, and I
At the time, I was like, I disapprove when I watched it.
Okay.
You'll not dissuade her.
But I do think you should watch the Emma with...
The lady is not to be swayed.
I do think you should watch the Emma with Jeremy Northam and Gwyneth Paltrow. It is very cute. It is very cute.
Which one's the Emma?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Emma, Gwyneth Paltrow, right on it.
Yeah, it is good.
Do you know what I love? Sliding Doors.
I've never seen that.
It's a classic one. You've seen
I've never
it?
seen it. No.
Sliding Doors.
No.
Oh, that's such a 90s movie.
Thing is, though, do you want me to watch it? Because I'll just like, oh.
Just rip it apart.
I'll just be like, meh. And then you'll be like, oh, great. Thanks.
Do you know what my favourite films are?
Go on.
You've Got Mail.
I actually quite enjoy that.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Basically the same film. Yeah.
Oh, what's the Sandra Bullock one?
Oh,
while you were sleeping, because that's
While
creepy.
You Were Sleeping. Those three are my favourite films.
While You Were Sleeping is like really creepy.
I know, but I love it.
Like put Sandra Bullock as a man and the person who's unconscious a woman.
The woman, and you would be like, oh no. Oh my gosh. Well, I will say this. I had a huge Keanu Reeves thing when I was a young woman, and I've never lost it. I love him still.
What do you mean? You did?
I know. It's just he's just been a perennial. I mean, when I tell you, like when you were just saying that about like the age gap being too creepy, like when I tell you that like when I was 16, I literally, because he's like, I want to say like I think he's like about 15 years older than me, or 13 years old. I did the math. I was like so spot on in the math, and I was like, okay. I was like, when I'm 28, he'll be 39 or 42 or whatever, and I was like, and then we can get together. And I like had
but honestly, Keanu Reeves, he's just the loveliest, most respectful person.
I don't want to out what I do for a job, so I'll tell you two after, but I do have a professional, what's the word?
Connection
to him.
Oh my God. Well, I just love him so much. And when I tell you that like Speed is it's not a great movie, but it's a great movie to me because I have watched it so many times, and like him in that movie and Sandra Bullock in that movie and like their chemistry and their like, you know, like love them. It's the action and everything like that. When you said Sandra Bullock, like I love her other stuff too. And I love her as like the rom-com person and everything, but I
love Miss Congeniality.
Oh my God. You guys, now we're just talking about.
Do you know what you should watch?
Do we need to end this episode? Okay, last one, and then we'll...
Go on. No, tell me what I should watch, and then we'll do it.
Okay, you should watch the Bourne series.
Oh, the Bourne movies are so good.
No, it's not for me, that kind of stuff.
No,
the first one.
I just like crap, guys. I don't like stuff that tries to be like having any integrity or any good.
Oh my God! Wait a minute, Al, here you go. On Netflix, have you seen them advertise like the new Christmas movies? There's one called
Hot Frosty. Yeah, I'm watching that later on. that is the length. That is me. Do you know what I mean?
Listeners, if you don't know what Hot Frosty is, basically the premise is that there is a snowman or an ice figure or whatever that is like carved like to a T.
But it's the guy from Schitt's Creek.
And basically there's some insane plot device where he gets a scarf wrapped around his neck, and that means he gets to come to life. And then he meets the main character girl, and somehow he's now a sentient snowman that's like a human man, and they get together and he falls in love with her or something like that. I don't know how this relationship is going to work because
I'll watch it and tell you next week.
Yeah, but oh my word, the advertisements for it have been so good. And then there's another one. They're just Netflix has been just filling up with them, and like I really need to like get my holiday baking going and like just put them on in the background so I can just like
I like A Castle for Christmas. A Castle for Christmas with Brooke Shields. It's amazing. It's on Netflix. It's outstanding. It's awful. The Scottish accents in it are the worst I've ever heard in my life. It's brilliant.
I'll tell you what though. There is one, and I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called, but I'll have to look it up and let you know. But it's called like A Ghost for Christmas, or like Christmas Ghost, or like A Spirit for the Holidays, or something like that.
Christmas Spirit, it should be called.
Christmas Spirit. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's about this woman who, for whatever reason, again, some insane thing, she goes to like a haunted B&B for Christmas, and she's got to do some deal or some insane thing. And what she discovers when she gets there is there's a really hot ghost who died on the property like 100 years ago or something like that. And so then she's got to but he's a scary ghost at first, but then she's also not scared of him. And then she finds out what happened to him. And then there's these like townspeople and whatever else. And then she ends up falling in love with the ghost, and he kind of falls in love with her, but then he has to decide if he's going to stay a ghost or not stay a ghost, or that he can't be I don't know if he's even allowed to not be a ghost. Anyways, long story short, but it's really, really good. It's very bad. It's very, very bad. But
so do they get together even though he's a ghost?
They get together, but I can't remember if it ends with them being together like long term or how it works itself out. Because I mean, I'm not kidding. Like his character is legitimately like not alive. Like I don't know how. I can't remember if there's like some special spell or something, and they like allow him to like come to life or something. Or I can't. Or then it's kind of one of those ones where he's not allowed. She's not allowed to be with him, and then he leaves, and they have this very tearful goodbye. And then like a day later, like his great grandson, who looks exactly like him, just like walks up, and she's like, "Oh, hi!" And then they fall in love like right at the very. I don't know. I can't remember how it ends, but
if you're still listening to this podcast, God bless you.
We really went off the rails.
Let's carry on with the quiz. My God, that was the longest detour we've ever had. I'll put this longest detour ever. Go on.
Quiz. We finished.
Oh, we finished the quiz. Well, there we go. We're fine.
We're good. All right. So
I do want to say, everyone, can you please follow us again on Facebook? Because Facebook took us down originally, and loads of people have not followed us. And it's annoying. And we're called Call The Midwife Podcast. And it says like unofficial podcast on the actual picture of us and everything, just to prove that we're not trying to say that we are actually the Call The Midwife cast. It's so annoying. We've never once said it. Yeah. And obviously follow us on Instagram, Threads, X, Twitter, and YouTube. We've got a YouTube channel as well. You can follow us on that. It comes out at the same time as it does on Acast and on Spotify and everything like that. Leave us a review.
Truth Social.
You what, sorry?
Truth Social.
Truth Social.
That's Trump's.
Oh, is it?
Are we on that? Because we should be.
No, we're not on that. We're not going to be on that.
I mean, we could be. You don't control it. So, but yeah, no, we're not on that. So yeah, so thank you so much for listening. Just listen to you don't have to listen to all the recommendations at the end if you fast forwarded us, but thank you so much for listening if you did, like genuinely, well done. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Next week, we're actually going to do a listener's special.
It feels like so long since we've done a listener special, you guys.
It really has been that long, so we definitely need to do one. So thank you so much for listening. See you later.
Bye.